Okay, good morning, pottery people. I was going through the pots at my house yesterday, and I have a pot that was made by my buddy John Tiller. That he did when he was a guest artist at my high school, and it was it's a triple spouted vase, which is a super fun vase. So I'm gonna make a triple spouted vase, and you can see how that comes to be. So it's gonna just be sort of a standard vase shape, and then it's gonna flare up, but the spout is going to be divided into 3 sections. So I'm just going to throw a cylinder to start with. Try to get all that weight out of the bottom here. Nice narrow base here. This is relatively groggy clay, which I actually like. Paoli Clay Company, South Central Wisconsin, Mike Jacobs. They make a stoneware, that's what this is. Paoli stoneware. That's usually the clay I use, and they make it in a 3% grog and a 7% grog, and I usually get the 7% grog. I've just gotten used to throwing groggier clay. It stands up for me nice. The other clay I get sometimes is called DSM, which stands for Don Special Mix, which I'm pretty sure is a Don Wright's clay, because Don Wright's taught at University of Wisconsin and was a Southern Wisconsin boy for a big chunk of his life. Okay, so I have the bottom of the vase established, and it's tooled on the outside. I could actually tool it on the inside. I left a little thickness in this upper part because whenever you're making a vase, I mean, one of my goals when I make a vase is to get the wall as thin as I can in the bottom 2/3 and leave a little more thickness in the top, because whenever you're collaring and necking in, if it's too thin, it doesn't want to compress in, it just wants to fold. So anyway, I've got a little extra thickness here in the top, which is going to allow me to neck it in. And then I can just pull some of that weight out as I go. To make sure I maintain a nice shoulder, a nice curve. I can't let this drop here. If this angle here starts to drop in. That can be problematic. Now, the key to this vase is getting a super wide lip. So what I'm going to do, I'll take it in there, but I'm going to go way out. You know, proportionally, this is too wide for this vase, right? So okay, now let's see, I could try to tool this edge a little bit, but I'm pretty much where I want to be. And smooth that lip with my newspaper chamois. Now my goal is to divide this into 3 sections that are even. And I usually get these to just kiss in the middle. I can work that later. And then I'm just going to work my seams a little bit, and also I'm going to open up these. A vase like this doesn't need flowers. A vase like this is a flower. Let's see, I usually try to. Sometimes I'll put a little ball of clay right on the top there just to sort of cap it off like a flower's got all its business parts in there. So there's a triple spouted vase. Sometimes to exaggerate its floral qualities, go. Triple spouted vase. Thanks for tuning in. Remember to subscribe below. Check us out. YouTube Clay Class. Signing out.